Well, if you've worked with a trainer before, you might have already experienced a great full-body workout. But is there a method to how trainers design a program that can bring results safely? With us this morning to answer all your fitness questions is our fitness expert, Wes Cole. Good morning.
Morning.
It's fun to be back.
I know, it is.
Like I've
We've been missing
forever.
you. I know.
And I need your good advice.
All right.
So you're going to give it this morning.
We got some good questions today about program design. People can kind of get frustrated. We're going to show them what to do.
Okay, cool. The first question comes from Mike. How many sets and reps do I do to build my upper body?
Well, you know, this is a really good, real simple tip that I learned years ago from a strength coach. Basically, one of the simplest ways to get a full body workout, usually about 8 to 12 reps seems to be the best for hypertrophy or muscle growth. But anytime Beth does, every time she's doing a pull or a vertical pull, she's pairing it with a vertical press. And that's a real simple way to really get a full body. Anytime she's going to do a horizontal pull, just like that, she's going to pair it off with a horizontal press. This is a very simple way to get a full body workout, work both sides, the posterior and the anterior part of the shoulder girdle, get a full balance. Thank you, Beth. So many people just work their bench press and they forget their mirror muscles. We've talked about that before. And doing a push and pairing it with a pull will give you a full body workout, 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets. It's just real simple. The Lego method of working your bis and your tris, that's kind of out. Working angles, you know, you have your horizontal press, horizontal pull, vertical press, vertical pull. Full upper body workout.
Perfect. Okay, the next question comes from Jill. Let's see, I know squats are good, but they seem to hurt my knees. Is there a knee-friendly version? That's a good question.
You know, this is the only squat I allow for the first couple months for all my clients, especially if they don't have a whole lot of weight training experience. It's just basically the front box squat. And when she sits down right here, you're not actually just touching your butt, you're actually sitting down and taking the load off. And when you come back up, that's taking a lot of pressure off the front of your knees, off the patellar tendon, and it's putting all that pressure on your butt. On the posterior part of you. That's where a lot of the women want.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's also take a lot of pressure off your knees. Very safe. 4 to 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps. I guarantee you, if you're one of those that can't seem to squat without hurting your knees, try this, and this will be a very pleasant surprise.
And with or without the weight, you wouldn't have to have it.
You don't have to have it, you know. But like I said, those last couple of reps, they need to be challenging.
Okay.
And just really depends what your level is. Thank you, Beth.
Cool. All right. The next question comes from John. A trainer at the gym told me if I want to get big and strong, I shouldn't do a ton of cardio. Is this true?
You know, when I first started studying exercise science when I was in school, this is one of the hardest things for me to try to understand because I used to be a real big runner. But it's weird because there's so much research showing that especially long distance type aerobic training has a real it really decreases strength and muscle gains. And probably it's because running it's kind of forcing you to be streamlined. A big 230-pound bodybuilder, that's not going to be very efficient for being a runner. My recommendation is focus. You know, 4 to 6 weeks, really focus on your cardio. If you really want to build muscle, you know, really focus on doing that. You can do a little cardio, but if you want to get as big and strong as you possibly can, you gotta you know, cut back on the cardio just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Our last question comes from David. What's a great routine to build muscle, lose fat, and get stronger? This is what a lot of guys want to do.
They do. And, you know, the thing about it is I had a coach. My first coach once told me, Wes, if you try to go into the weight room and you try to accomplish all, you end up leaving with nothing. And what he was saying was kind of going back to our last question. You got to go into the weight room, and if you want to build muscle, focus for 6 to 8 weeks on building as much muscle as you can. If you want to get real good at cardio, you got a race coming up. You can do a little bit of weight training, but you got to really focus. But if you're running 3 or 4 miles a day, I mean, getting ready for a race, don't expect to be gaining a lot of muscle because you got to prioritize, you know, and really focus. You focus on one thing, it'll work, and you can kind of move.
Figure out what you want. You can change things up after a while.
You can't do it all at once.
It doesn't work that way.
I haven't figured it out
yet. Haven't figured out that magic routine yet.
I haven't.
All right, thank you, Wes. So if you have a question that you would like Wes to answer, just go to the health section of the weekend morning section, actually, of our website, kjrh.com. Click on the habitual health link, or give Wes a call, 918-749-0960, or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan.